Just because your audience does not know how to hire you doesn't make you ethical. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about all things why you're stuck under 10K and trigger warning. Like, these are some of the unpopular opinions that are true, but still keeps you stuck. Yeah. And you will be able to defend this with a lot of your values and the things that you think and the things that you believe. Please listen to it anyway. If you get triggered, then figure out why you get triggered and see if there is more to see than you're currently seeing, because it might just make you a lot of money. Before we start, I want to say that there's a lot going on for us right now. Tomorrow we're leaving for Thailand with our daughter and her friend. And by the time you're listening to this, we're already home again. So that's exciting. And then yesterday we were out on a really, really nice trip. So I have my family here, traveled 650 kilometers to hang out with us for a few days, and my mother is going to take care of our ranch when we're gone. But we went to Denmark and we went down to the limestone quarry. We were visiting a couple of sites that were UNESCO heritage, but it was really nice. So the summer is still happening. If you haven't been out, if you haven't spent time with family, if you haven't done anything cool, take your car and go somewhere and experience something. And now we're going to talk about unpopular opinions.
We are, and I think it's very interesting because most of the things we're going to talk about today are not obviously bad beliefs.
No.
Because we're going to talk about being ethical, like a lot of things that sounds intelligent, a lot of things that coaches are saying that sounds right, but in fact holds them back.
Yeah. It can kill your business entirely, but most importantly, it's going to kill your momentum and it's going to kill the sustainability.
Yeah.
You're never going to be able to earn enough so that you can just do well and relax.
And I think a lot of these things that we're going to speak about, because like we're also going to cover words like heart-centered and hard business stuff, kind of language things. And often people use these words. They are never being challenged.
No.
Because it sounds like if you challenge that, you're a bad person.
Yeah, you're the devil.
You're the devil, right? And even worse, they don't challenge themselves because I'm just a good person, because I'm heart-centered and stuff like that. But there's so many things, layers to it, and understanding patterns that we often see. And it's not like we are just figuring this out. We've been working with 1,000 coaches as students in our programs. And there's some patterns that we've been seeing about this.
Yeah, and it's not just patterns, it's more. Yeah, we're going to go into all of it, but it's also hidden beneath the surface of what's actually being said.
Yeah.
And we're going to discover what lies underneath. A nice wrapper doesn't mean that it carries gold.
No, exactly. And it's often about perspectives. Like you can everything has two different perspectives. And if there's any fear or anything holding you back, you always choose the perspective. It's because that's the right way to do it.
I would also like to give just a quick disclaimer. What we're going to talk about doesn't mean that you can't keep the nice qualities that you have as a person.
No.
But you just need to understand what you're fooling yourself with. One of the things that is something that I've said for a long time is that my happiness isn't of importance because I prioritize my family's happiness and my kids' happiness. Like, it's more important that my family is happy than that I am happy. If my family is happy, then I'm going to get my happiness. That's been part of my belief. And it sounds really nice. And I've never been challenged by it.
Sounds like a great man, right?
Yeah.
Great husband.
Yeah. But here's the kicker. It's so stupid because it's not correlated. My happiness being prioritized doesn't mean it compromises my family's happiness. No. But when I say it like that, I make sure that I prioritize their happiness. And what I'm saying underneath, beneath the layers, is that my happiness isn't important. Mm-hmm. And it's so important. And I've actually struggled with happiness and figuring out, okay, so like, what about, like, what do I want? What do I want to do? Where do I want to go? Like, what's important to me? And that kind of language, it festers. It creates ripple effects that creates very, very bad scenarios.
Yeah.
So yeah, sounding like a good husband, terrible for my own well-being.
Yeah. Let's go into it.
Yeah.
And the first one is the belief, I don't want to be too salesy. What's often hiding behind that? Well, first of all, it comes from a good place. Hey, I want to do good.
Yeah,
I only want to work with people who are interested. I don't want to need to convince people to buy anything. So all of that is good. The problem that can happen because of saying stuff like that is that they are giving away coaching to free. Well, when I don't want to be salesy, it comes often from a core belief that sales is unethical or sales is manipulation. But if you have that story that you're working with, the people who say that are also the people who don't give their offers away. They don't tell what their program is about. They don't talk about the investment. They don't talk about what people get out of being in their program. They don't talk about how efficient their program is to solve that kind of problem that they're solving. They're holding back on telling all of those things. So the unpopular opinion here is that you're not anyway more ethical just because you are hiding to present what you're doing. You're just making the sales process way more difficult and confusing for anyone.
Yeah.
You're just not helping people because they don't get to a chance where it's easy to make a decision to get the help you're doing. And I believe a lot of people are saying, but that's because I don't want to manipulate them. It's not manipulative to tell about what you do.
And you need to do some digging into yourself, because if you're afraid of coming across as manipulative, then there is something within you that you don't own.
Yeah.
That you're unsure about, that you're uncertain about, that you're unclear about. So you need to take a stand for something. Mm-hmm. You know, was it manipulation when Martin Luther King said, I have a dream, like to end slavery? Mm-hmm. He moved so many people. He really sold his soul to the people to make a difference. Yeah. You can take a stand for the same thing. You can be remembered to create something great, but it comes from sales. The transaction isn't the sale. It's the communication that ends up with the person committing in solving a real problem for themselves. So in no way, shape or form are you ethical because you dance or waltz around the core topic that makes the difference.
I think it's important to understand what makes it ethical and not ethical, because what is ethical? It is ethical that you are presenting what's there. When you have someone you know you can help, I believe it's unethical not to give them a chance to understand what you do and how you do it and what's possible for them, that you can actually fix it. That is damn unethical for me, that you're holding yourself back when you know you can help someone. Yeah. It's just another perspective of it.
Yeah.
You're not ethical because you're not showing. So it's about like, who are you thinking about? But I believe a lot of coaches are getting stuck there because they're only thinking about, but I want to make money. But if you start focusing on sales, it's not about, yes, it is about like overall, yes, of course, it's about you making money, but it's also about helping other people. If you know you can help someone, give them an offer. If you know you cannot help someone, don't give them an offer.
Bringing the money into this conversation is just stupid, because money isn't about you making money. Money is about sustainability, and that's all.
Yeah.
Making it sustainable, making it whole, making it work. Because when you're giving it away or when you're selling it for scraps, what you're doing is that you're self-sacrificing, and it isn't ethical and it isn't sustainable. No. Like it's stupid. Another thing that is a skill that needs to be built, and that is being able to freaking read the room.
Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to give offers to people who doesn't need it. No. Your job is to figure out, is this a person that needs this or not? It depends on circumstances. So depending on what's going on in the room, the ethical obligation of you is sometimes to not give the offer. Yeah. But 9 times out of 10, if you're doing your marketing correctly, it's that you need to give the offer.
The process should take care of the qualification and all of that of the lead.
Yeah.
So if you finally get someone on a sales call, well, they should only be there because you
Yeah, because
they need it and they
fit.
want it and they're fit.
Yeah.
Which means, they should probably also have an opportunity to get help.
I need to be challenged on my perception in order to see something that allows me to get unstuck. It's always the case. So be a partner to people. Help people. Challenge their beliefs. Kind of like this entire episode is meant to do. If you're getting triggered, like figure out what is it that you don't own about yourself that gets you triggered right now. So unpopular opinion 2 is that I don't want too many clients because I want it to be unique.
Yeah.
Just because you have fewer clients doesn't make your process or your coaching more premium.
No, and I think it's important to see that some coaches have 3 clients, 4 clients, and what they deliver is unorganized and not following a clear path for the clients, unstructured. And another coach can have 100 clients and everything is just moving smoothly because it's systematized. It's just working easily for everyone, and it's highly valuable for the client. Having fewer clients doesn't mean that you serve better, but the coach who are having these stories often are stuck in that it's important for me to give personal feedback and have that personal touch. But what is it that they're really avoiding often? They're avoiding needing to make systems or structures. They might be avoiding hiring people. They might be avoiding letting go of control.
They're afraid of losing control.
Yes.
Because if they lose control, they might not be able to help the people they intend to help. And it might make them look bad, so that they oh no, they're gonna want their money back if I make it too big, or whatever. But here's the thing.
Yeah, because the one-on-one is your safety blanket. Oh, I can always help them if I just have make sure I help them one-on-one. Yeah. It's a safety blanket, but it is keeping you small. It's not scalable.
And it's also unnecessarily hard for the person on the other side because there isn't a system that they can lean against.
Yeah.
And the risk of you building codependency is very big. Codependency is nasty. It means that the client can only keep getting results within that area as long as they have you. But now, 1,000 students later, we have a system that allows us to know that it works for 100% of the people who does 100% of the work 100% of the times.
100%.
It doesn't rely on me. It doesn't rely on you. It doesn't rely on the individual client. Everything is backed up by a process that we know works.
Yeah.
And that is flexible enough so that you can bring whatever personality you have and make it yours. Because it isn't built on do this, do this, do this. It's built on principles, the reasons why stuff work.
We got a team to back up, so it's not relying on us as the owners.
Yeah, and with that said, they still meet us because it's a part of our mission, what we are enjoying. So we want to hang out with our clients, but but the importance is that it doesn't lean on us.
No.
It's not forced. If you don't have a system, the only way to get a system is to collect enough data to understand enough people to see, okay, so what is the minimum viable product that takes people from A to B that actually works? And when we're doing it that way, we can figure out, okay, so good, what's the fastest route or path to achieve the result for a person being in this position?
Yeah.
And you're avoiding that, and it doesn't help your clients, it doesn't help your business, and it doesn't help you. And it might sound pretty when you say it, but I see through it, and it doesn't look good.
So control, if you want to grow past 10K a month, you cannot try to hold on to control all the time. And I understand it's very hard, but everything is not controllable.
Nothing.
Because everything you're trying to control needs to have you all over it.
Yeah.
And that's keeping you small. You're playing small.
And the illusion is that you have control, but in reality, you don't have control.
No.
You just feel like you're holding stuff in a container. But you need to realize that you're not in control.
Yeah.
The game isn't to have control. The game is to navigate without control.
Yeah.
The only thing that keeps you from holding on to that control, I'm sorry to say, but it's your ego. It's pride that enables you to let go of that control to grow beyond what you're currently capable of. And it's a protection mechanism. I understand it. It doesn't make you wrong, but it definitely doesn't make you a great person just because we all work the same. Letting go of control is letting go of pride. Letting go of pride means less ego. Means it's less about you and more about the business, more about the people.
Yeah.
So let's go to number 3. I only want aligned clients.
Yeah. I definitely agree. You should work with clients you love. Like you like working with. You should not work with clients that you are, well, it depends again where you're at in your business, because like us, you just shared that we have a program where we can have 100 active clients and it's not going to change anything. Everyone who does the work will get the result. It's not going to change anything. But some clients is not a fit for the group as an entirety because they have meetings together. It will literally not be a fit to what we do. But what makes them aligned and not aligned is what's important here. What makes a person aligned is that they are willing to do the thing and they are coachable. They want to have the outcome that we help them with. That will make them aligned. But often when people say misaligned, I think we need to have some awareness about what does misaligned mean, because often when we hear people say, but we weren't aligned, it comes down to that they ask questions that the coach were uncomfortable answering.
Yeah, or couldn't answer.
So when is it that coach is saying, I only want aligned clients? Because if the belief is, I only want to work with people who are easy to sell to, who literally come to me, have no questions, and just want what I'm doing. If that is what it requires to be an aligned client, you're going to have further and further distance between finding aligned clients.
And it's also not what it means. It means that you want to find people who likes you. And like if you're building a business based on people liking you, then good luck to you, my friend. Yeah. Aligned, disaligned. So here's what you need to be aligned with. Yourself.
Yeah.
Period. When I'm looking at my students that are doing 30,000 euros and above, here's where they get creative. Here's where so how do I want to design my business? What do I want to do in order to grow from 30,000 euros to 50 and then from 50 to 84,000 euros per month? All of the things that they think of, and at that level, they're capable of designing their own pathways. Meaning that I don't hold all the answer. I hold the principles. I don't know. I haven't tested all different things that could be done. Some people likes to do VSLs. Some people likes to do webinars. Some people likes to do other types of events like workshops or challenges or whatever. And some people likes a different version, some people are creative and they understand the game. They understand how to build a business. So they come up with a creative solution. And when they pitch that to me, I'm going to look at it from a principle level. And then I'm going to answer based on the principles, based on what is it that would make this work. And I would give that. But sometimes the answer is, I don't know, you need to test that. The same thing on a low level is when someone comes up with a message, I help this person do this thing without having to do this thing in X days. So that's the core statement. It's the first thing that they do. And then they come to me and they say, is this a good one? And I can look at it from a perspective of, is it clear? Yep, it's clear. If it's a good one, we don't know. Test it. You need data. I can't validate you. Yeah. You need data. You need to see, does people respond to this? Do people want this? We don't need to be aligned. I've helped so many coaches that does things that I have no idea on how to execute because it isn't a problem of mine. So the unpopular opinion is that sometimes misaligned is just that you can't answer their question.
Sometimes misaligned is literally just that they are asking questions that are uncomfortable. You're having a sales call and they're asking you, but what happens if it doesn't work for me? Or how can I be sure you know how to help me? Stuff like that. It can be that it's challenging you, but avoiding and calling them misaligned because it becomes a little bit difficult for you to answer is more data that, okay, I need to be more comfortable in my offer. I need to be more certain on myself, or I need to be better on my sales calls to understand that this is not about me, it's about them.
Yeah, maybe
and ask the right questions.
And maybe you need to dig a little bit down into, okay, so what is this really about?
Yeah.
Because then you'll get clarity.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like this one because I think it targets a lot of a lot of people, and a lot of people are getting stuck with it. And it's, I don't want to chase people.
Yeah. The problem with saying I don't want to chase people is that it literally translates to I don't want to follow up on my leads.
Yeah.
I don't want to send that extra question. If they stop responding in the DMs, I don't want to restart the conversation again. I don't want to follow up after they said no on a sales call. So there's a lot of things I'm not doing. So it literally is about following up and awaking dead leads again. Because we make it sound like I don't want to chase them. Chasing means that you keep following up from someone who very clearly stated, I'm not interested in what you do and I don't need help and I don't want it. Yeah, that's chasing people. That's trying to convince people that they should be interested. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about people who literally never told you they were not interested, but just stopped answering or just didn't buy at one event. They were there, but they didn't buy it. But they never told you this is not for me. So the unpopular opinion here is that following up on prospects is not about chasing them. It's just a hygiene factor in sales, not forgetting people. Because you need to understand, what does the sales process look like for a lead, for a person? Most people need to binge your content for 7 hours. Some people will be in your funnel for years before they buy. Some of our best clients, they've literally been following us. We've been having DMs for up to 2 years before they finally became a student of ours. If I never followed up with them, they would never become students. But they always come and thank us afterwards. Hey, thank you for staying put, for keep following up. But when you have the belief that, I'm chasing people, you're not going to be willing to do that work. Which is just a hygiene factor of doing sales.
Yeah. And I like to think about things like this in metaphors that take the abstract into something very concrete. Think about a lead as a guest in a restaurant of yours, and you're the servant, and you work in that restaurant.
Yeah.
They are in your proximity.
Yeah.
You're not chasing them by touching base, checking in.
Asking them if they want more water.
Yeah, do you want more water? Do you want more bread? Do you want me to take the bread away, or actually take the bread away without even asking, because it's part of we've moved away from the bread part of the conversation? Or check in if does everything taste good? Are you satisfied?
Metaphor.
Do you need anything? Would you like some more to drink? Those are questions that you do in service because you take care of the people in your proximity. People that have expressed interest in your stuff, they are in your proximity.
Yeah.
So see them as a part of people at your restaurant, and your job is to serve them, checking in and making sure.
Which means if they already been to one of your events, they're probably interested. If they're raising their hands whenever you do your lead magnets, they're probably interested.
Yeah. So stop complaining about that person who always asks for the thing but never buys.
I reckon that what is it that you're trying to avoid is getting the clear no.
Yeah,
the rejection.
Or being rejected at all.
Yeah.
Getting it it doesn't mean maybe they get mad. Well, maybe so in a probable Murph's law, anything that could happen will happen. Yeah, they could get mad. But why would they?
Yeah.
There isn't any foundation to it.
No, and they're not personally connected to you. No, it's not the big deal in their life.
And also, if they get mad, is it more about them or is it more about you?
Yeah.
If you come from a place of service, you want to help them, and you're making an effort to reach out and offer help.
I love the metaphor. And avoiding rejection, well, try and do the opposite. Look for the rejection. How can I be here and serving until people don't want it anymore?
Until people say, I don't want it.
Yeah.
And everything in life works that way. It's you can't go around or walk around in life building something that breeds fulfillment for you.
This is often what we hear when a coach is uncertain or have a money problem and they undercharge. Yep. And put it into, but I want it to be accessible for more people. I want to be able to help more people.
Yeah, that's why I charge a low amount, because some people can't afford it. So if I do it this way, then some people will be able to afford it. And again, we're coming back to self-sacrifice. It's not sustainable. We're going to look at it from the point of view that we intended, but it's also that it can show up in different places. I want my offer to be accessible, so I put it on my webpage, because it means that people can just go and see it there. It means that I don't need to chat or have conversations. I don't need be the one that lifts up the offer. Yeah. The offer talks for itself somewhere over there. It detaches, it dissociates.
And I believe that even connects a lot to the other one about I don't want to chase people. They should just find my offer on their own and buy it.
Yeah.
Because I'm avoiding to have conversations.
Yeah, and my marriage should also just be happy and awesome. I don't involve me in my marriage. And when we're looking at it, lowering your prices to make it more accessible, dig a little bit deeper, please. Look for, so what are you uncomfortable with specifically about raising your prices? Here's my opinion. I want you to charge, as a coach, at least 2,000 euros for the first program. Everything that you charge below 1,000 euros, I call that marketing. Marketing is good at the right level, with the right structure, at the right time. In the beginning, you shouldn't sell stuff for below 1,000 euros. And you shouldn't sell stuff between 1,000 and 2,000 euros either. So I want you to charge 2,000 euros. If you react to that and feel like, that sounds nice, but I can't because, I want you to look at that. And I want you to dig deeper. What's beyond it? Because 99 times out of 100, you're protecting something within yourself that is an insecurity of yours. Like, insecurities doesn't build your business.
You're not greedy because you're charging, but I also believe it's often about that you're afraid of being held to a higher standard of delivery.
Yeah, sustainability is the thing to look for.
Yeah,
like self-sacrifice isn't the move of a hero.
No,
like it's just not.
Well, a great cost for people who are undercharging and have this belief is that they need to have so many clients. And what they fail to understand is that it is exactly the same sales process, selling something cheaper rather than something that is more like price right. So if you're selling for 500 euros, it's the same process as selling for 2,000. But you need to have 4 clients to cover one client if you sell for 2,000, which means that you're always going to be struggling. You always need to have way more leads, way more sales calls, way more of everything. Everything is just going to feel harder. There's no difference in selling anything for 500 compared to 2,000-3,000. It's the same.
Yeah, you're going to experience the same things, the same conversations, the same everything. But what you're going to get different if you charge fairly is that your clients are going to get way better results.
Yeah. And let's just close it once and for all. No, you do not get more clients because you sell it cheaper.
No.
It is such a big misbelief, like a limited belief we hear so many times. Yeah, but I just want to have more people having to afford it. Just because more people can afford it on the planet, yes, it doesn't mean you're going to get more clients. Because they still need to go through the same process. So that is how people who have a great business often lose their business, because suddenly they start getting this belief and then they start undercharging.
Yeah.
And they start struggling.
Yeah.
Let's go to the number 6. I'm fully booked, which means my business is working.
Yeah. And here's first of all, fully booked with what?
Yeah.
Just because you can fill up your calendar doesn't mean that your business is successful.
Yeah.
I can fill up my calendar. I can fill it up so that I have 24 hours every day covered. But if I did, I would slowly, if I book up for 24 hours per day, I would be dead in 72 hours because I wouldn't have time for anything But slowly, I would consume my resources and I would end up not having anything.
Yeah, but even being fully booked with clients.
Yeah.
Let's say your calendar is fully booked with clients, so you are good. The problem with that is that you don't have time to develop your business, which means you're capped. Like if you can't take in more clients and you're stuck below 10K a month, and you're fully booked, well, you have a huge problem. You can't take in more clients, which means you are capped, you can't scale, you can't grow from there. So that is a huge problem. It's not luxury to be fully booked.
No. And it's probably not what you intended when you started the business in the beginning. You didn't start the business with, how can I make myself super occupied so that I don't have time for anything else? And it's not a status symbol. It's not a badge of honor. It's not something shiny, glimmering that you should like come to me and tell me, my business is working great. This is the money that I make and I work 2 days a week.
Yeah.
That's when I know that, okay, good. You're doing something right. And when it comes to actually like booking yourself up, it's not hard to be occupied. If you get clients, great. But you can also fool yourself with, I'm doing the work because I work 5 hours a day. Okay, good. But are you doing things that makes money for you? If the answer is no, you don't, then it doesn't matter.
And being fully booked might also mean that your delivery model sucks, that you spend way too much time.
Yeah, you haven't systematized it.
Yeah, you spend way too much time on your delivery model. That needs an upgrade.
Yeah. So a fully booked calendar doesn't mean a healthy business. It doesn't.
Absolutely not. It can mean the opposite.
Yeah.
So if we look at delivery, your delivery should take up 25% of your time.
Yeah.
The rest of the time in your business is about marketing, sales. It's scaling the business, growing your business.
Yeah.
It's your leadership. It's you being an owner. But if you're fully booked during the week, that means you got yourself capped into a job where you now need to deliver all the hours, but you don't have time to be the leader, the owner of the business and grow your business. If the client could choose between spending the time with you and just eating one little pill that would give them the same result, like 10 out of 10 times, you're fired. You're out.
Yeah.
Because the clients do not want to spend time with you. They want to have the result, the outcome.
Yeah.
So it's just an ego thing. No, they don't want that. They want the outcome. So how can you make sure the outcome is there? Just like you say, how can you secure the outcome without spending your time?
Yeah.
That's how you make it scalable.
And I just want to say that if you ask your clients or if you ask in a sales call, or the objection might be, will I get access to you? Will I be able to meet you? It's not because they want to necessarily meet you. What they're asking really, is it guaranteed? Like, will I be able to have what I need in order to get the result?
They're showing concern. They're showing concern that they'll be left on their own. They're showing concern they might not get the support. They're showing concern that it might not work for them. So it's just
it's a normal fear that comes up. Like, so if I buy this, will there be a backup system for me when I fall off? Will there be
which means you can easily answer, well, you know what? No, you won't have one-on-one with me. But what I do know is that there is no way you cannot win this if you just follow the process. We got you. You got the support. You got everything. And we got the guarantee that you will get this result.
Yeah.
And we've done it so many times, so we know you'll get the result. Are you willing to do the work? Turn it around. If you're willing to follow what we're telling you to do, if you're willing to ask for help when we have our meetings, like go to group meetings, if you're willing to do that, I guarantee you will also have the same result as everyone else.
For sure.
So down below, you have a link to the Millionaire Multiplier method. Go in and watch this, because it's about how do you get yourself out of where you're stuck right now and get yourself moving to the next stage. Yeah. And if you want help to move there, find a link to book a scale plan session with us. You find it down below so we can take a look at what exactly is the right thing that is holding your business back from growing and scaling past 10K a month.
If you've liked this episode, like and subscribe, and we'll see you very soon again.